So to make a project with Chalk Couture, you're going to need a surface. I have one of our chalk surfaces here, and you can see that I've created like a little business plate on one side for me. So you'll need a surface. This is a reusable surface, so I could wash this off and make something new, but it's also two-sided. So we're going to be doing a project on the second side today. You are also going to need a squeegee, which is this little thing. You'll see me use it here in a moment. You're going to need some Chalkology paste. I have two colors for our project today. This one is Ocean Mist and this one is Shimmer Silver. These pastes also come in smaller packets. So if you don't want to commit to a full jar, which would give you a lot of projects, you can commit to a small singles pack, and this will give you each pack will give you about 1 to 3 projects depending on the size of your project. And then you're going to need a transfer. So today for this project we are using our A-size transfers, and I've got a whole bunch here and we will go through those in a minute. Now that's what you need to create a project, but I also wanted to highlight a couple of the other items that you may want as well. This is a board eraser. It is similar to a magic eraser, and if I was to wash this side off, I would want this board eraser to get all the chalk residue off of it and the shadowing that would stick on there. And then we also have a multi-purpose tool and a detailer tool. These are just smaller squeegees. So this one has a nice squeegee on this side, and it also has, this is for like scraping or mixing and scraping your paste, but this is just a smaller squeegee on this side. And then this tool is the detail tool, and it has an even smaller squeegee, and it's got this fine, nice point. This is good for a couple of things. Like if I was outside the lines here, I could scrape off the paste that I didn't want right before it dried. Or if you can see I kind of made a mistake here, so you can see how I'm can chisel that out with that. Or say I wanted paint there, I could dip it in my paste and kind of dab it in to fill in the holes. So those are good tools, but not required. So let's pick a squeegee. I've got a whole array here, and we really have something for everybody. Not everybody is going to enjoy all of them, but you can find something. And of course this board, I should tell you, can go in the holder like this or vertically. So these are a mix. We have Sunshine on My Mind. It's really warm and sunny today. I'm going to be working out in the yard, so that's kind of there. I Love You to the Beach and Back. I love the beach. Who doesn't love the beach? This house was clean yesterday. Sorry you missed it. You can see I've used this one before. My house is clean, but I have dogs, so it's never actually clean. Your Crazy is Showing You Might Want to Tuck That In. I love this one. I need it in my office, at work. Bad decisions make good stories. Sometimes that is very true. By the way, I put this transfer on a vintage whiskey bottle I found in a barn. But today we're going to be using this one because winter is coming. December is here upon us, and it's going to be getting cold for many of us in the United States. And so we're going to be doing Winter is Coming. So the first thing that we're going to do is remove our transfer. And I just realized that I did not bring a towel over, but that's okay. Okay, so you're going to peel that backing off, and then you want to fuzz the transfer. So you can do this on any piece of fabric, and since I don't even have a towel, I'm just going to fuzz it right here on my shirt. I know, crazy, right? But this is actually one of the master designers does this all the time. So I've just stuck it to my shirt twice, pulled it off. Now why did I do that? It's because on these surfaces here, you want to make sure that you can get the transfer back off, and they are pretty sticky. They're sticky because you can use them on hard surfaces as well as on soft surfaces like fabric. And so this just gives it a little bit of a better chance of coming up for you without any sticking. And that fuzz from my shirt will come right off when I go to the sink and wash this after a project. So I'm going to lay this down and see how easy that came up because I fuzzed it. I'm actually going to put this up a little higher and not totally centered on the board. And the reason is on this particular chalkboard, remember it's going to slide into this groove here. So at the bottom, we don't want it too low. So I've got it on there and I'm just going to press it down. I'm just running my finger over that over here. We have a saying that we use, no bubbles, no troubles. That means your chalk isn't going to run. Now, I didn't say this earlier, but these are adhesive mesh stencils. So I'm not sure how well you can see this on the camera, but there is a little silk screen in there. It's not just a blank space. So we're going to get out our ink or our paste. Now this is washable. It's non-toxic. So, you know, if you have a little one or a pet, you wouldn't have to worry about them getting into it and getting sick. Not that any of us would, you know, promote that. So I'm going to use the silver on the words and the blue on the rest. And I'm going to tell you that this blue is a little bit of an older paste, so it's going to dry faster. So we're going to do that last, and we're going to do the silver first. So I'm just dipping my squeegee in. I'm going to stick that down and just pull it across the words. Yeah. Now I've got a little just across the words. I'm pulling it like down, and then I'm pulling it at like a 90-degree angle. So just getting it in there good and covered. You don't need a lot of paste, just a little. And you can see how fast this is going. I have 10 minutes to be live with you today. And so that's what we're doing. And this project will be done. And I've done a bunch of talking in that 10-minute time. All right. So I think I got the silver on the words. Now the good thing about this is it's all redoable. So if I totally screwed it up, I could come back later and fix it. Or if it comes up and we notice I've missed a spot, we can put the transfer right back down before we've totally pulled it up. I'm going to use this multi-purpose tool here just because it's easier sometimes to have two tools if you're using multiple color paint or paste. Ooh, I got a little too much there. That's okay. The other thing that is my mantra is in crafting there are no mistakes, and I think that a lot of us, I'm one of these people. I'm a perfectionist in life, or I'm a battling perfectionist, meaning that I know that I can't be a perfectionist. Like done is good, right? But it's not in my nature to just do something halfway and not have it perfect. But you know, in crafting there's no perfection because there are no mistakes, only unique projects. So I've got this paste all on there. I've got everything covered. And now I'm going to pull it off for you. I'm actually going to use this detail tool to stick it up. Just like that. I'm going to pull it off. Can you see? Isn't that beautiful? Look at how fun and easy that was. And look, we did this project in under 10 minutes. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to stick this back down to my transfer. I'm going to take this to my sink. I'm just going to run water with my sprayer over it. If you don't have a sprayer, that's fine. You can use your dish rag, whatever. Wash the paste off the front and the back. Then I'm going to leave it sticky side up to dry on a towel, and it'll dry in about 5 minutes. And then we've got our little project.